recording. Okay, so we are recording. David Zunkel, thank you for joining us today for these candidate interviews for Clatsop Community College Board. Can we just start by, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what kind of experiences and expertise you bring to the table for this position?
Thank you for doing this. I think it's good for these for all the candidates to have an opportunity to be known. I am a Midwesterner by birth, but I've been moving north and west ever since I graduated from the University of Illinois back in 1969, quite a while ago. From there, moved west to get my medical education at the University of Colorado, and joined the Navy during the Vietnam conflict, and was in the medical corps and got further training in San Diego, and then moved north to Washington State, where I was in the Navy for 2 years before joining a practice there of diagnostic radiology. So I practice medicine with a specialty in diagnostic radiology, 35 years up in Everett, Washington, and retired completely in 2014. But I have been coming to the Oregon coast for many years. My wife and I bought a home in Gerhardt back in 2008, and we moved here permanently in 2013. We reside in Warrenton. Since moving to Warrenton and the Northwest Coast, tried to keep busy and served in a number of positions, including president of Encore, that is exploring new concepts of retirement education, a group of seniors and retired people doing education in conjunction with the college, and that's where I learned about the college. Also, I've volunteered for North Coast Land Conservancy, Columbia River Maritime Museum, and Lower Columbia Hospice. I really got interested in the college when I was invited to join the foundation board back in, I believe, 2016, 2017, and served on the foundation board for 2 years. For a short time, I was scholarship chairman, and then the opportunity to fill a vacant seat on the College Board of Education came up. I applied and was appointed to that position back in 2019, and have been on the board ever since then. It's been a great experience, learned a lot, have a lot yet to learn. While on the board, I've been representative to the foundation for the board, so I attend the foundation meetings, and I've also served on the Presidential Review Committee and also the Spirit of Clatsop committees on the board. So I found the board work to be interesting, challenging, and at times fun. I work with some good people, and I'm very pleased about that. So that's me in a nutshell.
Okay. Dave, can I ask you to sort of segue into the next one, which is, why are you running for this position again? And what sort of things are you looking to accomplish on the college board?
Great, good question. Well, when I interviewed for the board position, I was asked, would you be willing to run for that position in 2 years when your appointed term is up? And I said, well, my health is good, and it's remained quite good. I would run for the remainder of the term, which is 2 years. I'm a team player when it comes to the board. Our board works, I think, quite well together, and I want to be a functioning part of that board. We have 4 major priorities, strategic initiatives, I should say, for these 2 years, 2020-21, including improving excellence of the education, increasing ties with the community, increasing accountability for what we do at the college. It's finally backing and making sure that diversity, inclusion, and equity are part of what we do on a regular basis. And I particularly am interested in making sure that that happens. There's diversity, equity, and inclusion in all our decisions, because I strongly feel that every student who enrolls in Clatsop, regardless of their circumstance, needs to have the very best opportunity to gain an education which will serve them in the future, and that is regardless of their circumstance. And we have a very diverse student population at Clatsop Community College, and I intend to work to make sure that any student that wants to be at Clatsop Community College and goes to school there, get a degree or whatever education they wish, as far as they wish to do, go out in the community. College is a big economic driver in the community, and students, many of them stay here and work here and then become homeowners and taxpayers in the community. And I want to make sure that as many as those students fulfill their dreams as possible. The things I'm interested in achieving on the board during the 2 years if I am elected to the board.
Okay, thank you, Dave. And then our last question is, so over the past term, what do you think the college and the board could have done better? And what would you change at this point?
Well, let me first say, during my 2 years on the board, watching it also from my 2 years on the foundation before that, I think the college in general, the president and his cabinet in particular, faculty have done quite a marvelous job, particularly during the COVID episode starting last March. It has been a real challenge for the students as well as the faculty and administration to deal with COVID and to integrate distance and Zoom education onto the in-person education. And presently, our in-person education is quite limited, mainly to the health sciences and career and technical education. But I think that the college and the administration, the president, have responded well to this major change. That's one reason the faculty and the staff have been are being given the Spirit of Clatsop Award this spring. What could we have done better? Well, I think we have challenges in terms of declining enrollment, which is in part due to the pandemic. We have to find ways to make sure that more students stay in school, not leave, and to find out better why students are challenged here. There are a lot of challenges. Student success group headed by Gerard Sorber at the school has been looking into this, but it is a great challenge. A lot of students do not choose to continue, and there are a lot of reasons. I can tell you that there is food and housing insecurity, but we really don't know how big a part that is. Some students do not adjust well to distance learning and do better with in-person learning. I hope we can get back in the fall to more in-person learning here. And of course, many students are challenged financially, and we work and we want to work more with the foundation to help more students be able to afford Clatsop Community College. So those are some areas which we really work on.
Okay, thank you, Dave. And I could just ask, we maybe have a minute left here. Do you have any closing comments you'd like to leave with folks that we haven't covered in the questions?
The college has other challenges. They are trying to phase in a new computer system, which has been a rocky process. We hope that can be resolved in the near term to make it easier for students to enroll and stay in school. So, in conclusion, I find the work of the Board of Education is challenging. It's good work. The college is a wonderful resource that we have in Astoria, in Clatsop County, and on the northwest coast here. So I intend to do everything that I can to make sure that the college thrives and grows. Funding for the college this legislative session is going to be a challenge. But we have people working on that, on the board, president as well. So I'm confident that we are going to emerge out of the pandemic and be strong. Thank you for this opportunity to tell a little bit about myself and why I'm in the race.
Sure. Thank you for joining us, Dave, and thank you for running for office again. We appreciate the public service that you provide. Thank you.
Welcome.